It is NFL schedule release day, could be considered a national holiday, on this Wednesday, May 15th. We look back on what we know so far around the National Football League, some of those marquee events and games we have brought you to start off this week. And by the time we get to the end of tonight, all 32 NFL teams will have their exact schedule released. We're going to start to get some leaks on this Wednesday as well. Donnie, there is nothing like the aura of the National Football League because they can make a day where they tell us matchups we already know, just on what day of the week and at what time, make it seem like it's a made-for-TV event with all of the public attention and notoriety it demands. That is why the NFL remains king.
Yes, and you can go over the schedules and pick out your wins and losses, which will absolutely be wrong by the time those games actually get there because we don't know who's actually going to be playing. But it's fun. The fanfare is great because you get that anticipation. You want to see who your opening game is. You want to see who those primetime games are against, who your hated rivalry, where that's going to be, and also the celebration of which home games are going to be stolen from your franchise, which harms your franchise, which you know me, I love the Eagles. Yeah. They got a home game stolen from them against the Green Bay Packers, but also the Vikings, Bears, Jaguars, and Panthers also got home games stolen from them as well. And the reason I say that is the NFL is a business. They're all in it together. If you're going to play overseas and make more money, of course the NFL is going to say yes. But sometimes it is tough, though. Like the Eagles, wouldn't you rather play Green Bay at home in your own building than play them in Brazil? That's a massive win for Green Bay right there. And then you take a look at the other game in London, the Jets and the Vikings here. The Vikings at home, like a great advantage in a dome. Now you play on the basically road for both teams here. That's a massive win for the Jets. Same thing for the teams that if you are playing on the road for an overseas game, that is a huge win for your franchise. If you give up one of your home games, that's a massive loss for your franchise in a game that you should have home field advantage and don't have now.
And DRS, I do kind of joke about the NFL making the release of the schedule a made-for-television event, but it is notable and significant. And even when it comes to the betting odds, I have said a few times here this week on this show, I love when we start to get the games out for those marquee events. They're not going to post a Week 14 spread in a divisional game, but the first few weeks of the year, you'll get those early looks. I love to see how the odds makers compare insert X team in that environment against their opponent. You get the week-to-week evaluation, not just season-long win totals or divisional prices or that number to win Super Bowl 59. It's another piece of significant data that you can use to estimate how your favorite team, your least favorite team, your rival is set to perform and is expected to perform in the 2024 NFL campaign. And DRS is right. As of this Wednesday morning, the 5-game international slate has been fully unveiled. We knew about the Sao Paulo opener, the opening Friday night of the year in Brazil between the Eagles and the Packers. We have the 3 London games, the Vikings and the Jets on October 6th. That game inside Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The following week, it's the Jags and the Bears, also at Tottenham. And then at Wembley the following weekend, the Patriots take on the Jaguars. The Munich game in Germany, it's the Panthers and the Giants. So those lines starting to come out as well. Here's what we know so far. Some of those notable games for the 2024 regular season. Season opener, Chiefs and the Ravens. Kansas City will also get a second straight AFC North opponent, week number 2 on that Sunday against the Bengals. Packers and the Eagles in Brazil. The Jets open up their campaign on a Monday night once again on the road in San Francisco. After we were done yesterday, DRS, on TEL, that first short week Thursday night football game of the year on Prime is an AFC East divisional duel and listed as a pick'em as of this moment. In Miami, the Dolphins host the Bills.
Yeah, it's good to see because sometimes you get some of those Thursday night football games as those are supposed to be the games that you give the teams that can't really make it on the primetime, a primetime slate. But now that you have different partners in the NFL, you're not buying into a scheme that goes, hey, by the way, you want that Thursday night package, you're going to get the worst football teams on the worst time slot here and the teams that are going to be injured and unprepared, and you might miss out on some superstars. That's no longer the case. I love that. You take a look at that second week here, the Bills and the Dolphins on Thursday night, that divisional matchup that is going to be a massive massive game. I love the fact that that's right off the bat. And also, the NBA does a great job with this, similar now to the NFL. We want to see these marquee matchups right off of the bat. And if you're looking at these first games from Thursday and Friday to Sunday and Monday night and the next Thursday, the NFL is doing you right now because they are fantastic looking games right off the bat to get us excited.
Tom Brady will call his first game that opening weekend in Cleveland. The Cowboys a slight road favorite in the dog pound against the Browns. And by the way, San Francisco, the Super Bowl favorites, nearly a touchdown favorite for that opening Monday night.